I'm live. Okay. Just so you know, if the dog starts barking, an ambulance just went by, so he's like that. Anyways, no, right before I go live, I realize all the... You can't see it. Won't show up on the green screen, you guys. Sorry. My knitting, the needle's all pulled out. Because, I normally knit while I'm, live streaming. Okay, maybe Amazon is here. I don't know. Anyways, no one's here yet, but I'm going to keep talking like this. Because it's better than just talking to myself. Friday, which is tomorrow, I was supposed to get my teeth. They were supposed to come in. I got a call on Tuesday. They were in early. You guys, I've been smiling so much without trying to hide my smile. It's been a long process. If you don't know, if you're new here, welcome. Okay, this dental thing is an issue. I'll just get it out of the way now. I'm making a documentary about the dentist I had as a child that has been convicted of sexually abusing a patient, a 5 to 10-year-old boy, and his conviction was overturned, given a sweetheart deal by the prosecutor that not all that much longer after himself pled guilty to human sex trafficking. And the dentist was allowed to plead no contest to 1 count of child abuse with no additional time served. I'm kind of making a documentary about it because it traumatized hundreds, if not thousands of us. And so between my health issues and kind of that trauma, dealing with that, my dental care was not... I didn't go to the dentist. It wasn't that I didn't take care of my teeth. I just didn't go to the dentist because it was a PTSD thing. Ouch. Anyways, that has gotten stabilized, and I have a smile back. Yeah. So, there's only that. Making a documentary. If you see on the bottom of on the screen, you're going to see at some point, I'll probably put up the link to my PayPal, which you just put in the description. You want to donate to help me with this documentary. I have, I think, 30 some odd people that are former patients, parents of former patients, former staff members, and a state senator that wrote the bill to essentially make... Oh, by the way, yeah, he got his license back at one point after, so the state senator that got that law into place to make it so that once convicted, they'd never be able to get their license again. Got folks ready to go. Anyways, okay. So that, you'll see that, might see that one in the bottom. If you want the link for my PayPal, you want to donate, whatever, that'd be great. Let me know. And I'm having an ADHD day. Of course, from hell. I forgot what I was going to say. Anyways. Oh, yeah, I'm not an attorney. Never claimed to be one. I'm not offering legal advice nor putting forth any legal conclusion. All comments are my opinion, irregardless of any verbiage that I use. They're my opinion. All persons are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And my videos are not the official court record. I think that's all my little disclaimers that I need to make per my lawyer. Let's just get right into this. We have an emergency or an arraignment for a dangerous dog out of Judge Middleton. Like, just happened I think like a half hour ago, and I haven't watched it yet. So let's check it out because a dangerous dog thing, you don't see it all that often. Wait, no. Oh yeah, I have to show the tab. You guys, I swear I did this last week and I know what I'm doing. Okay. Then you have my dangerous dog barking in the background because he's going to attack the tires of that FedEx truck.
Question for you too when this is done about something else.
Excuse me, like important. Okay, well, let's get started here. I'll turn the record on. It's a little after the appointed time. We were set for 10. This is the time for an arraignment on a citation and a petition regarding a dangerous animal. Title of the case is People versus Scott Widener. The file number is 23717 SM. Mr. Widener is here. Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Casey Johnson is here, and he filed a petition, and the county's new animal control officer, Kyle Merck, is also present. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
You got this citation for having a dog at large under the animal, what was known as the dog law. Stray dog is a misdemeanor. I believe it's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Ticket also says bite with injury. Mr. Johnson also filed a petition to show cause why the dog should not be confined, removed, or destroyed for things that happened in the village of Constantine in March and April of this year. Mr. Johnson, where are we here this morning?
Well, I've been, as the court noticed, we did file this motion to show cause. We had offered Mr. Widener an opportunity to release the dog to animal control in exchange for dismissal of his ticket. He's declined. He indicates he wishes to maintain ownership of the dog or to transfer ownership of the dog to his significant other. The people have concerns that the dog is obviously a danger to the public at large, and so you know, it is. So I guess you know, we're here to have this hearing today. The animal control ordinance prescribes that if a dog is labeled as dangerous, there are several requirements for housing of the animal, including a substantial fence, I believe a 7-foot tall fence with a concrete floor and a roof and a padlock. And so, you know, there's some concern here that, well, first of all, no such structure exists on the property currently. Mr. Widener indicates that he may be moving. We don't have any information about that. So it's just a lot of unknowns here. Ultimately, what the people's preference, you know, would be that obviously not to euthanize the animal. It's a fairly young dog. There's obviously some concern about the behaviors here. There have been 2 bite, or at least, you know, 2 incidents where passersby of Mr. Widener's house have been chased or bitten by this dog. And so there's an ongoing concern about Mr. Widener's ability to keep the dog under control. Additionally, the dog is not vaccinated. And so this has been an ongoing situation since beginning of March. There have been multiple warnings to Mr. Widener to get the dog licensed and vaccinated, you know, and he hasn't done so. And so for the last about 2 weeks, the dog has been in animal control after the last incident. The dog was taken into custody for a quarantine to make sure there were no rabies issues. There have been no apparent issues to that effect. So the dog's relatively healthy. However, just kind of multiple layers of concern here for the people, insofar as, if the dog were to be returned to Mr. Widener, how long before Mr. Widener lets it out off leash again and it attacks somebody else? So the people kind of proposed to Mr. Widener that there are rescues specifically that deal with German Shepherds. German Shepherds, when can be fairly high-strung, high needs kind of dogs. If they're not trained properly, these are the kind of issues that you see with them. So our preference would be that the animal be released to the county to locate and be able to place the dog with someone who's able to kind of give it that care and attention that it needs. Ultimately, it's the opinion of animal control and of the people that the dog can't simply be adopted out to someone in its current state. It poses a risk to the general public with its behavior, and it's shown that multiple times. So, and so we kind of leave it to the court. Like I said, Mr. Widener probably has something to say about this, but he indicated to me as we were speaking that he wishes to transfer title of the dog to a significant other, and that she's willing to to comply with the animal control ordinance. She's not here. We don't have any evidence that that's the case, and so kind of dealing simply with what we know, we would ask the court to grant the relief requested and to transfer title of the dog to the county of St. Joseph for I guess disposal as the county sees fit. Ultimately, I mean, recognizing the fact that if we're unable to find a suitable location for the dog, that euthanasia is absolutely on the table. Not our preference, but once again, we just kind of have to go with what we have and what we know here. So I think that's more or less what I have and where we're at here.
Mr. Merck, would you raise your right hand? State your name, please.
Deputy Kyle Merck.
Mr. Widener, would you please rise as well? Raise your right hand. Would you state your name?
Scott Widener.
You both swear or affirm any testimony you're about to give in this matter will be true to the best of your knowledge and belief.
I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat. We've had dozens of these over the years, had several in Constantine, one not very far away from this. There's never one good right answer. My preference, as Mr. Johnson says, is not to euthanize the animal, although I have done it in some extreme cases. Mr. Widener, what is at 103 East 3rd Street? Is it a standalone house?
It's I think it's 108. Yeah, it's a historical house, historical marker house, which I was on, remember you were evicting her out of that because of non-payment to the bank?
Yes.
So I'm out of there. I am looking, I'm going there next to the trailer park on 12th Street. And there's a trailer they have lined up with a huge yard. And the job on 12th that I'm working on, the guy just yesterday, he has a brand new kennel out there, metal kettle with extra 10-foot sections. So it's like a 20-foot by 10-foot kennel that I can make a concrete foundation for, put a roof on it.
So
I've only had that dog for I got him when he was 4 months old. Somebody gave him to me. They had 3 pit bulls and him running around. So that's probably where he got his attitude from when he was small. And so I've had him like during these winter months and such. And I was going to get him his tags, but you have to have the rabies shot first. And the vet called in sick the day, they only come every 2 weeks. And otherwise you get an appointment and it's weeks out. So they called in sick to a Tractor Supply Company, and I had to wait another 2 weeks, and this stuff happened then. But I mean, I play rough with them and everything, so.
Everyone always says that, you know, my dog's a sweetheart till it bites.
Okay, either this guy has all the excuses, or he's like one of the most unlucky guys on the planet, but seemingly has a ton of good luck. I don't know. I have some pretty horrible luck sometimes, but this guy, whew.
Bite somebody. And according to the petition, bit Jan Reimer, and it also bit or chased
Chased down on a
Angie
bike.
Birdsall.
Grabbed her coat.
So you've been evicted from this house. Are you still there?
Yeah,
Or
I've got a couple of days, well, she's there till the 8th or the 10th. I'm out of there like by this weekend. I am, that's another stop I'm making. I'm probably gonna end up on Klinger Lake or in Bristol on the river. The owner of the marina, she has a place that I can stay at. But I'm buying a trailer. I'm just waiting for, he says there's protocol and steps that there's people in front of me. So I'm like, well, in order to get this quick, I'll come and do the work for you on your other trailers for nothing. He's like, well, I appreciate that. So I can get this trailer bought. And like I said, it is a huge yard and
Well, there's an awful lot of uncertainty here. You don't even know where you're going.
well, I know I'm going until.
Well,
I
the
get a
dog's
trailer.
not licensed, the dog's not vaccinated, and so nothing's gonna happen until that happens.
That can all get paid today. The boss, I can call the boss and he can pay for everything.
Who's the person that owns Klinger Lake?
I'm, well, Paul's the worker, the main man in that, but
Sorry,
he
guys.
knows the owner of the marina.
All right, and who's that?
I don't know her name. He does. He's
What?
contacted her and said, so he says, get a hold of me in the morning. And yesterday he was working and he's like, well, I didn't call her back. I'm like, oh, great. I said, I gotta be out of there in a couple of days. So he's like, come back tomorrow. He said, we'll get it taken care of.
Well, you're not making a real good case for releasing this dog to you. You don't have a place to live. You don't know where you're gonna go. You don't know when you're gonna go there. This house was foreclosed on, and several weeks ago I did an eviction. The
I had
dog
no
is,
idea about that house, what was going on with that.
well, you were a tenant, but it had been sold at a foreclosure sale, and there's a long process. and
Yeah,
The dog is in doggy jail at the County Animal Control Center. And we have a very good
I was there. I seen him the other day.
modern facility. This had a lot of money put into it. Mr. Merck, how is the dog doing at animal control?
Dog's health seems very good, Your Honor. He's happy, healthy, well-fed. His temperament is my questioning factor on him. We have him in an indoor-outdoor kennel, so he can go in and out without having human contact, where we don't have to leash him up or anything like that. So we can let him out, clean the inside, let him in, clean the outside. When in passing, the dog's temperament, when Scott's around, he seems super sweet, playful. But when he's not there and people are walking through the kennel, he is jumping on the door. He is lunging at the door. I wouldn't necessarily say that I've heard him like growl specifically, but he's a very vocal, like German Shepherds are, and he is definitely a large dog to be jumping up on that kennel. He almost sees eye to eye to me when he's standing on his hind legs. And I know it
That's a
concerns my
big dog.
corpse. We haven't tried leashing him, taking him out. He's been there for the 16 days I think we've had him.
So nobody's gone in and petted the dog or leashed him or tried to walk him or any of
No.
that stuff
No.
because they're afraid to.
Yes,
There's a note on there that says not to. I thought you're not supposed to have any
That's-
contact.
yeah, the note on the door is for the people that are walking through looking at other dogs,
Oh.
not necessarily my employees.
Mr. Widener, you're not qualified to own this dog.
We have a Jeanette Hickok. She lives with me and has been, I've been with her for 10 years and she knows the dog and the dog knows
Well,
her.
somebody gave you this dog that was socialized with pit bulls. You don't know anything about it. You're living in a foreclosed house. You don't know where you're gonna go next. They told you as early as March 1st, the dog needed to be licensed and vaccinated. They got one complaint when it chased Miss Birdsall, and I got another complaint when it bit Miss Reimer, and they had other complaints in between. In the meantime, you're in La La land and the dog hasn't been vaccinated, hasn't been licensed, and you keep several occasions let it out.
I
And now you have a dog and nowhere to live. I suppose
That's
if you,
only for a couple of days.
all right, well, so what do you want me to do?
He got out because I was trying to train him.
All
I
right,
didn't
well,
put
that
him on a
wasn't my,
leash
that
to walk
wasn't
him
my
out
question.
to
What
get,
what do you want me to do?
I'd like to get him back and
Train
keep
him
more
on
control
a
on him.
leash.
I already lined
that
up a
works.
kennel. I obviously can't just let him go and say, hey, come on, let's go, and I put him on the cable. I have to put him on a leash and walk him to the cable. But he's young, he's playful, he just runs off, and so I can't let him off the leash is what I can do. So when he bit her, I was walking to the end of the house, everything was clear, the truck door was open, he'd run and jump in there. But as I broke the plane, I'm walking and then she came up and he went "Vroom," and she was laying on the ground and I go to get him and he's jumping, dancing around and both these people that this incident happened with, they're like, oh, okay, they're laughing because they see him jumping and playing. Well, they know that that's what he was doing. Well, he just played too rough.
But yeah, they thought it was so funny. They went to the Constantine Police Department
Yeah.
and reported it.
I just can't let him off of the leash. I thought
And
he
so-
would listen better.
Okay, so you've got a dog that is dangerous. You can't control it. And you can't keep it on, you have to keep it on a leash at all
leash.
times. I've had multiple cases where pit bulls, the door opened, they darted out the door, bit somebody, killed somebody else's dog. And so they're little time bombs. They're fine if they're in a enclosed setting, but when they're released from that, so you don't have a setting to go to. So if I was to allow this dog to be released from the animal control facility, it would be with you in your car going, I don't know where.
So why don't we give me, what is today? Wednesday, Thursday? So why don't we give me to Monday to have be in a new place with a kennel?
Well, I'll give you more than just until Monday, but that's my thought. I think that this thing over in Meadow Lane is a pipe dream. I don't think it's imminent that you've got a place to go with a kennel. People in Meadow Lane aren't gonna want a German Shepherd in a cage, outside barking. I don't remember seeing any kennels at Meadow Lane.
No, they're right. No, the the Meadow Lanes is here, and at the very far corner of it, there's a blue trailer. The house right here is like a friend, and I'm working on their house. Her father works with us plastering. So I'm pressure washing and painting the windows. It's being inspected by the state so she can sign off on it or something. But, so I'm working on that, and within that trailer park, there's a trailer, it's almost by itself. It looks like you could put 2 more trailers on each side. I already met the lady next door. The other one, it's the back of the trailer with 1 window only. The woods are behind us. It's like at the end of the trailer park. And I gave him the application. I checked back with him. He actually called me back in. He says, get that in. He says, let's see what we can do, because I offered to work, to do the work.
And oh, by the way, I want to bring my German Shepherd that's been petitioned
I-
as a dangerous animal.
It's dangerous. Well, it was marked down pet on the app. So, and I have the deposit coming today. I'm going to finish a job right now on Amino Lake. And he said you need $1,000 down. Well, I got that.
How much does it cost per day to house this dog?
$10 a day.
And not to, let's see, what would be the word, not to use it, Jeremy. Remember the working of all those suspensions that I was like working off and such?
Yes.
I talked with him, and he was the one that told me to call in and have these tickets pushed up. So we could do something. He says, we need time to put something together. He says, go there, tell them to advance it so we can, but I can't get a hold of him. He's supposed to get a hold of me this week.
Which Jeremy?
Jeremy.
That sounds like a whole
Yeah,
lot of
okay.
wishful thinking.
Jeremiah.
For sure.
Jeremiah, yes. And I called him right away when this happened. And he, like I said, he said, call them up, tell them, we'll push them forward. He said, we'll get it taken care of. But they're so busy, and today he's not working. So I couldn't get a hold of him to say anything. Not that that makes it any better, but I mean, I want the chance to control the dog, to keep him.
Well, it's not the dog's fault. There was a movement one time to have a petition to destroy the owner and then leave the dog intact. You're not a good dog owner. You got this dog, you haven't trained it, you haven't vaccinated, you haven't licensed it, you can't control
Destroy
it.
the owner? Is that
You're
what
being
you
evicted
mean?
from your house. You don't know where you're moving
Hold
to,
up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
but that's not the dog's fault. And German Shepherds are very intelligent.
What the heck?
That was my last.
For the owner, and
I want the chance to control the dog, to keep him.
well, it's not the dog's fault. There was a movement one time to have a petition to destroy the owner and then leave the dog
They did.
intact. You're not a good dog owner. You got this dog, you haven't trained it, you haven't vaccinated, you haven't
literally just
licensed
said
it, you
that.
can't control it. You're being evicted
Oh
from
my
your
God.
house. You don't know where you're moving to, but that's not the dog's
He said
fault.
destroy the
And
owner.
German Shepherds are very intelligent.
That was my last dog, was a shepherd. I had it 14 years. till
Well,
he
they need
passed.
stimulation. They don't need
That's
to
an
be
old
locked
German
in a
Shepherd.
house all day. And so now the dog's in quarantine. It's not having any human contact. It's getting institutionalized, and it's bit 2 people. And they're not asking to euthanize it at this point. I would be interested to know, and there are different animal rescue organizations, probably some are watching this right now. I'd like to know what my options are. A, what your option are. Are you gonna live in your car in Bristol somewhere?
No,
Or do you have a
no,
house?
there's a house.
All right, well,
on
I
the
want,
river.
you're all blow and no show. I wanna see what's
That's why I
real.
said, give me the chance to.
All right, well,
to
I'll give you
show.
more than next Monday. And I'd also like to know what options you guys have for placement for the dog. So let's continue this
Man, I wish I could come get that dog.
to Thursday.
That would be
I'm gone
awesome.
at the judicial conference on May 18th. Let's see what we have on. The problem is I don't want to just leave this dog.
That's what I don't like that either. Locked up for nobody doing anything.
Because your dog bit somebody and chased somebody and jumped on somebody. It's not like the
I
dog is
wouldn't be
just.
long enough to be with him, but I would come every day and take him out, walk him around the park, the racetrack back there or whatever, where the fair is, mess with him for an hour, so he has contact.
Well, they probably won't let you do that. Can he have contact at the shelter?
You can have contact at the shelter, yeah. I don't have a problem with that. I don't necessarily want him leaving the
No,
premises
I
until,
agree.
That dog needs to be socialized.
Oh, boy.
Unlike my savage wieners.
Yeah.
That's close.
I have a vehicle impound case. Let's adjourn this to Wednesday, May 17th at 3 o'clock,
That next Wednesday or 2 Wednesdays.
2 Wednesdays. 13 days from today.
Another 130.
We'll
He's
see
already at
what
160.
options animal control has and what options you have.
So I will talk to that vet, because it's a traveling vet.
Well, he's
And
not the
they-
only vet. I mean, there's 20
Well,
vets in
but
the
they might
county.
be able to come and give him the shot right there at the kennel, so it's.
So, this dog, he seems to be very high energy. May not necessarily be a good service dog. I have a service dog that I trained. Actually, he was initially trained to be a therapy dog because I was working in hospice, and then I got sick, and he stepped into the service aspect of it for me. But they need to be very attentive to the handler, like literally laser focus on that handler. And this dog may not be the best dog because they have to be able to sit still and be quiet. But I could be totally wrong. I've never met the dog. Potentially could be probably a great guard dog. I'll give it that. But a service dog, I don't know. You don't start training dogs to be service dogs until they're a year old. And there's a reason, so they can get out of the hyper puppy phase. And I don't think this dog, I think he said something like 6 or something months old, 10 months old. So I don't know. Yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I'm not a professional trainer. I've just had lots of dogs.
It's done.
That would be helpful. Either way, the dog's gonna need to be vaccinated.
Yes. So if I can tell them the situation and that I
I'm
missed
not
it
ignorant.
because they
Just
called in, I need this done, then I can get the license right there, which I asked him about
uneducated.
a couple days ago when I
I
was
guess
there.
it's the best
The
word.
dog, I did get him spayed.
So the dog has been spayed.
And there goes my service dog.
from what he has said, yes, I haven't actually checked.
Where'd you get the
Barking
dog
school head
spayed?
off.
Or was it out in Kalamazoo, it was like a free, I had my cat.
I'm surprised they would spay it without having a license and
Gotta being
vaccinations, but
vaccinated.
I want you to bring
I'm
proof.
I
of
got
surprised
the
they didn't do
paperwork
vaccinations
for
at
that.
the time of the spay, because that's normal.
Guessing
I-
that would have been the
Clinics.
ASPCA.
Yeah, I know it's a new building they just built down on, off of not Man.
Yeah, the dog's a puppy.
Sprinkle, up the
puppy,
Sprinkle and up the crossroad there. But he did get done.
All right, I'm gonna continue this until Wednesday, May 17th at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I want you to bring
St.
proof
Joseph
that
County
animal
is
has
very
been
rural, though,
spayed,
so they
and if the animal
they
is
only have 20
vaccinated,
vets in the
we
whole
wanna know that.
county, so that's not a lot.
I want to know what your housing options are at that time, and I want to know what animal control has as options.
But I think he was looking
Euthanization
for free
is-
shots or something.
Extreme remedy. I'm not seeking to do that. I'm seeking to find a placement for this dog that will keep the public safe. That's the real goal, and that's why they do this. But they got tired of people complaining about this, and I don't want some little girl to get injured or worse. So let's see where we are.
I still have
3
scars
o'clock
on my arm from being
May
attacked by a
17th.
German Shepherd when I was a kid.
All right,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
And
Judge.
my first dog was a German Shepherd that was a
Oh,
police
and I
dog,
will
like
set
when I was a
the
baby. So
arraignment for pretrial at the same time. I'll show at this point he pled not guilty, and I'll set that for pretrial.
Thank you.
You'll get a notice. In fact, I'll give it to you right now because I don't know where you're gonna be.
I don't have nothing mailed over there. I didn't want to be there to begin with.
I still can't believe he said that Judge Middleton's a petition to destroy the owner. Dude, that was so bad. Okay. All right. So that one, I hadn't seen that one. Also, if you guys missed the beginning of this, it was my fault. I apparently didn't make this stream public. I messed up again. Me with the techie failure. So you guys missed the beginning. Anyways, that literally just happened like 30 minutes ago. Now, this one, before anybody tries to say that I'm stealing content, I'm not. I actually asked Old Squishy Gardener if I could use this for my live stream. Because this lady, she's something else. Let's see. Get that to the right size. So this is now a week old from Old Squishy Gardener. Oh no, I didn't do that right. Hold on. Okay. There.
All I show is the summons was issued January 24th, 2023.
That is my understanding as well, Your Honor. Under those circumstances, I might respectfully request leave of the court to issue an alias, as well as the court to set this matter for a date certain later on down the road.
That cop in
You're
the
not
scout
asking for a
report
bench
is
warrant, you're
old.
asking for an alias summons. By chance is Motorola Moto Lisa Jones? Who is Motorola Moto?
Desiree Cullen.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cullum. I think I called your name a while ago. All right, so alias summons, and when do you want her to come back? What's the date available?
I was in the bathroom was the reason I waited as long as I could.
All right, Ms. Cullum, just one moment, please.
Okay, sorry
Ashley,
about that.
not a problem.
July 5th, or we can do July 19th.
Jones will come back to being on the record in 2023, TR 1023. State of Kansas versus Desiree Diane Cullum.
I
Yes,
actually
babe.
have
Ms.
to.
Cullum, why were you
hold on.
here with your video?
Okay, so yesterday I went to go to my physical and my car wouldn't start again. So it's dead for the third time in 3 months. And it got, finally the tow truck came and took it back to the shop. So yesterday was a bit stressful. There were definitely some tears going on because not even GM knows why my car is not working. Trust me, it's weird. So that I was gonna do that yesterday, finish the editing for that, but I'm gonna do that as soon as we're done here, and then as soon as I get it finished editing, I will upload it. The good news is we switched to a different internet provider, and now I can upload an hour. The one video was over an hour long, and I think it took 10 minutes to upload. Whereas last week, it took 3.5 days to upload a 40-minute video with my old internet. So it's just a matter of me editing it and then getting it uploaded. Again, I apologize. Life happened.
And now you're not here where I can see you.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong. I dropped my phone, and when I dropped it, I mean, I've got here, I could start my video, see if that made, there I am.
There you go. All right. Okay.
I'm not illiterate with this stuff.
There I
You're
am.
doing fine. All right, you are here on one count. The state is alleging that on January 7th of 2022,
Yeah.
that you were transporting an open container of alcohol. I'm sorry, I have to question that. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, the dates are right.
It took them a
the
year
thing-
to file this? Well, I guess they can do it. They're within the statute of limitations, but they're saying on January 7th of 2022, you are operating a motor vehicle on a highway or street in Butler County, Kansas, at which time you had in your vehicle an open container of alcoholic beverage. What was accessible to the driver? And
It was
that
the driver's.
it was
I didn't even know
not-
that he had it.
Ooh.
I even did a breathalyzer, and I came out just fine. What had happened was he went crazy on me, and because I didn't know that he was, drinking like he was, until he blacked out, and he pulls over and he gets out and he beats my door up, and then he goes to the other side, basically yanks me out, told me if I didn't get out the car that he was gonna break the window, and I want my window broke. At the time I had full coverage, and so I just got out and I started to walk off. Well, he jumps in on the driver's side, and I wasn't going to even get back in the car until police showed up, because I tried to call them and everything. Even the farmers, when I had got out of the car, he took a swing at me and tried to, like hit me. And they said, "Leave that girl alone. She ain't doing nothing to you." And he told them to mind their own effing business, And it was just, excuse my, but that's what they said. That's what he told them. In the meantime, he said, "You're going to get in this car, because if the police come," he made all kind of threatening stuff, and it just scared me. So I got in the car. I had Teddy Bear, my dog. I had my money with my wallet up under my underarm. I had Teddy Bear in the arm of it, and I had my arm.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt you? You just muted again.
There's a cigarette in her hand.
Can you unmute, please, Miss Cullum?
Okay, there we go. Sorry.
All right, so Miss Cullum, this all happened over a year ago, and this was where?
Yes.
Was this out on the
It-
turnpike or?
Yeah, it was on the turnpike. He had even
Okay.
blew through the whole turnpike and everything,
All right, and okay, but he was driving the car?
Yeah, he was driving the car until he made me get out. And that's what he
Okay,
was
well,
trying to
what's
do. He was trying to get me arrested, but I hadn't drank any because, I was beginning to realize that he wasn't all coherent,
Okay,
normally.
well, they are saying that you, apparently as a passenger, was transporting this open container of alcohol.
That doesn't make any
Like he had went in to the Casey's. They had this store right there on the highway, and it's buy one, get one free. Okay. It didn't matter how big it was. And he jumped on it and did that. But my container is the one that was supposed to be in mine for free. It wasn't even open.
Right. Somehow the folks at the prosecutor's office, Mr.
I wonder if
Regere's
it was
office,
Beer 30 Light.
have decided that that you were responsible for one of the open containers or for the
Okay.
open container.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with him. It's
Well-
been so long ago, that, I just want to get this stuff out of the way. I'm planning on, I'm trying to get all my affairs in order so I can go ahead and leave Kansas as soon as everything's done. So what
All
would
right,
be,
Ms. Cullum. Okay, hang
What
on.
would-
Ms. Cullum.
okay,
So if you were to be found guilty of this transporting an open container, again, your fine. Where did you go? Are you still there?
yeah, I'm right
Okay,
here,
there
sorry.
you Okay, I lost you there, didn't I? All right. Well, Ms. Cullen, if you're to be found guilty, your fine is up to $200. You could be jailed for up to 6 months. You might be eligible, I don't know your circumstances, but you might be eligible for the state's diversion program, where if you paid a fine and a diversion fee, you might be able to get this dismissed. If you're interested in that, I can give you some time to look into that. If you don't want to go through the diversion process, you can plead not guilty, and we'll set it for trial at another date, and the burden will be on Mr. McGear in his office
I
to
still
try
want
to
to know
prove
why
that
a
that open
passenger
container was
charged
yours. And if they can't, you'll be found
transport.
not guilty.
Okay, well, I would just rather beg for the leniency of the court, because I've never had an open container before.
All right, well, let me finish,
and-
please.
Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm not used to this.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm glad you're not. All right, so your other option, you can plead guilty and you can admit it, although you've told me it wasn't yours, it was the other person's. But if you pled guilty, we proceed with your sentencing. You could plead no contest. Now that means you don't admit it was yours, but you don't want to fight it. You don't want to take it to trial, and we would proceed with sentencing.
Okay,
So, do you
that's
understand?
what I'd like to do.
Okay, you don't want to check into the diversion. You
No,
want to
ma'am.
talk to an attorney. You do have the right to talk to an attorney. You can hire any attorney of your choice. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can apply to the court and see if you qualify for court appointed. Or you
I
do
don't
have
even
the
have
right-
a car anymore, ma'am. I mean, he has sabotaged everything of mine, so,
Okay.
putting one of them low jacks in there and pulling it out under the hood and blah, blah, blah. I'm still trying to see if there's even gonna be any way to even fix my 2011 Chevy Impala,
Okay.
Is
this your husband we're talking about, or?
Yeah, I married him, but it was kind of a really dumb thing to do because he didn't even spend the honeymoon with me.
What?
Okay.
He
Okay.
made me think he cared about me, and he really didn't.
This poor lady.
I'm out a lot, but gotta make the way some way somehow. He always do.
So first order of business, you don't want an attorney, even though you know you can get one.
No, I can't afford one.
Well, I can let you apply and see if you qualify for court appointed if you want to.
No, like I said, I'm trying to
All right.
trying to go with my sister to a Christian place, for drug and alcohol. Well, not drug, but alcohol, and
All right. Well, I'm going to have the record reflect that you are knowing what you're doing as far as waiving an attorney, and you're doing this voluntarily. Nobody's making you waive your attorney. Is that right?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, you told me you don't want to look into the diversion program where you could maybe get these charges dismissed. Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, you understand correctly.
All right. Then you said you don't want to set this for trial?
No,
And we talked about the other pleas being guilty and no contest.
no contest is what I want to plead.
All right, you don't want to admit it, but you don't want to set it for trial. You don't deny it. Is anyone
No.
making you enter this no contest plea today by any kind of threats or promises?
No, ma'am.
Okay, do you understand that you have a right to trial, but you give that up when you plead no contest?
I understand that.
And you give up your right to appeal conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then, Mr. Regier, I need you to tell me how she is guilty of transporting this open container, especially in what she's told me so far that makes it sound like she might not be. So,
The
if you
passenger.
would please.
Your Honor, according to the incident narrative report, it looks like the Butler County 911 received a emergency call from a cell phone that plotted near milepost 75 on I-35. That would appear to be just north of El Dorado, certainly within the bounds of Butler County, pursuant to the same under paragraph 2 of the synopsis. Quote, there were several open containers of alcoholic beverages in the vehicle, and the officer identified both a male passenger and the female driver as the defendant.
So they're saying they identified Miss Cullum apparently as the driver?
As the female driver, Your Honor.
Yeah, because I told you that he beat up my door, you know, and then got out and went over and got in because he knew he was too intoxicated. So he went on the other side and basically threatened me that he was going to tear up my car some more by breaking the window and drag me out by my hair in my head if I didn't get over there and get on the driver's side. So yes, sir, yes, ma'am, I sure did get over there. I was scared to death. And whenever the officer came, I even did a drug and I'm not drug, but alcohol sobriety tests and stuff.
Okay.
And I passed.
Okay, so the officer saw Miss Cullum driving the vehicle, then apparently, Mr. Regier.
That's what the narrative report states, that the female driver was identified as the defendant.
And you said something about open containers in the vehicle?
Yes, it said, the narrative report says, quote, there were several open containers of alcoholic beverages in the vehicle, end quote.
Oh,
And see, I didn't even know all of them was in there. He even flew past the turnpike. He didn't even pay the turnpike. You know, when he flew past it, that can show who was actually driving before he coerced me into forcing me to get in on the other side. Because I even had my puppy dog under my arm. Then you had that cement slab there, and I was scared to death because he was still hitting me and stuff. You know, I'm scared that, I mean, bad enough me get killed, but I have a Shelsky miniature collie, and I mean, I was just scared to death. Even he was scared. He jumped in the back, and there was a whole lot of stuff in the car from where we moved back from Wisconsin.
I see. The puppy jumped in the back?
Yeah, he went from my arms, and I almost lost my wallet that had my money in it. I think that's what we was more interested in.
Okay.
Than anything.
But you're not wanting to assert any kind of duress, coercion, defense. You're wanting to waive any defense and plead.
I just want to get everything done and over with so that I can just totally leave. Right now, he's in a drug and alcohol treatment program and stuff, and and he may have to go to a halfway house. And I'm just wanting to get everything out of my way where I don't have to look back.
But I also understand.
Did I understand you to say you're going to some type of Christian alcohol treatment facility?
Yeah, it's supposed to be in, where is it at, Randy? Randy, ain't it in Pratt? Or Randy?
Okay.
Where's that drug and alcohol treatment place we're going to? Or not drug, but alcohol treatment place?
I hope it's a good place.
Emporia. Yeah, Emporia.
Okay. All right. Well, I am going to find that there is evidence to support the no contest plea and find you guilty. of transporting an open container. And when are you, what's your financial situation?
I got disability.
Is that about 800 to 1,000 a month?
I get 15 since my
15.
husband passed away. But I got this car. I'm trying to get.
All right, now was that a different husband than the one you've been describing?
No, same one.
Same one, so he has since passed away. Okay. All right.
Oh, no,
Mr.
no, that's a different one. Yeah, I misunderstood. I'm sorry. I'm ADHD. Sometimes I get a little confused there.
Okay. I understand. All right. Okay, Mr. Regier, your recommendations for sentencing?
Your Honor, on the sole count of transporting an open container of alcoholic beverage, the state would recommend a $150 fine, 108 court costs, 4 months underlying, 12 months reporting probation.
Oh man.
Hang
Not
on.
probation.
Hang on, Mr. Coleman. Did you say reporting probation?
Given the charges in this matter, the state considers reporting probation to be appropriate, Your Honor.
Okay.
For an open container, if I would have knew that, I would have bought it. I
Well,
just figured I'd get a fine.
Hang on, Ms. Cullum. Ms. Cullum, do you remember me telling you?
Yeah, I
that you could
remember.
get
You're right. I messed up.
you could get a fine up to $200.
I don't know how I'm going to report.
Hang
I don't
on.
know how to report. My car is broke down.
And did you hear me tell you that you could get a sentence up to 6 months? Do you remember me telling you that?
Yeah, but he said a year, didn't he? And
Well, he said a
besides,
year. What his recommendations are $150 fine, 108 in court costs, 4 months suspended sentence in lieu of a 12-month reporting probation. Now that's what I understood him
the
to
money
be.
right now. I mean, I don't have much to live off of, but I'll pay the money right now with my debit card. If I can.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Ms. Cullum, hold on, please. Mr. Regier, what kind of record does she have? And I'm particularly interested in alcohol and driving with alcohol.
Your Honor, it would appear this defendant has 2 prior DUI convictions.
And they were years ago too.
Done
I'm taking care of all of them. I was doing good till I married him.
Okay. Well, Ms. Cullum, I am concerned about your alcoholism, and it sounds like you are true that you and your sister are trying to get into a treatment facility.
Yeah, I'm going there so I can get away from him because, I mean, I don't hardly even drink that much. I just now got my medicine back, and that was the only reason I was drinking then.
What kind of medicine do you take?
I have it infused this, and I take Norco 7.5
Okay.
3 times a day.
So you've really suffered with that alcohol addiction, it sounds like, over your life.
Yeah, because I didn't have medication.
Okay, and the medication makes you sick if you take alcohol. Is that the way that works?
Yeah, and when I didn't have it, that's just what I substituted.
Okay.
You know, until I was able to, you know, get my disability and my Medicare and Medicaid, and then I was able to get it. And
all right, let's figure out what we're going to do here. When are you going into the treatment facility? Have you gotten far enough down the road that they've given you a date?
No, we don't have a date yet. We have to do a phone interview still.
We still have a phone interview that they're coming back to get a hold of us.
Is that your sister Brandy that you're talking to?
Yes, it is.
And Brandy's going to try to get into treatment too?
Yes, we're both going together because we got bad pickers when it comes to me.
Okay. Well, Miss Cullum, it sounds to me like you're fighting a big issue with this alcohol and your life has gotten off track. So I think it's too much for you to handle on your own right now. I think You would benefit by having somebody to guide you, and that would be a probation officer.
Oh, man.
Now,
Are you
hold
gonna
on.
be able to get it? Are you gonna be able to get it in our city? I have no way.
Well, hold on now. Don't panic. Just listen to me a little bit, okay? I'm trying to work with you here.
Okay.
All right. So I will have you start out by calling the probation officer. Are you ready to write down their number?
Hey,
Are you ready? Tell me when you're ready.
get away from me. If he's gonna be beating me like I
They use telephones, they use Zoom, they work with you on these things. They might even be able to get your probation transferred to the county you're living in. So don't freak out. You're gonna, Ms. Cullen, you're gonna have to take a deep breath and work with me on this. But I just think you need the benefit of somebody to help direct you.
I've been living on my own since I was 12 and a half.
Okay,
I've done real good, you know.
So you've had a really tough road.
To do something, that's exactly what I do. I just want to be clear far away from this person as I can, because he's still running game on me.
Well, you can get a divorce.
I mean, I don't understand how
Miss Cullen,
he can do all that stuff he did to me, and he got absolutely nothing out of it.
Well,
I
that
even had to pay nationwide over $4,000 for the damage he did.
All right. Well, Miss Cullen, can you just kind of
Exactly,
listen for a little bit and let me talk to you? I'm not trying to make your life easier here, believe it or not, as strange as that may sound. All right. I'm going to give you a $50 fine. You have to pay 108 court costs. So your total due is going to be $158, but they can work with you in probation on how to pay that. And let your probation officer set up your payment arrangements. Because of your history with alcohol, I think it is important that I give you a controlling sentence, and I'm going to make it.
Do you realize how old them are?
Okay, but hold on, but
Okay,
it's just not the convictions. I mean, you've really struggled with alcoholism. To be taking the medication you're taking, you're struggling, and I want you to have.
I take the medication so I don't have to.
I understand, but your sentence.
I mean, it takes care of my pain. It's not that I've struggled with it. I've been without alcohol for like 8 years until
right. So you
I
fell
got around him and he started beating on me, and I didn't have.
Okay,
I
Miss
moved to
Cullen.
Wisconsin the first time, and he just totally took advantage of me.
Well, you probably should get a divorce and a protection from abuse order. Do you know about those documents?
That's what I had planned on doing with the money. I got it first of the month going, and they got like $15 that you can apply, you know, if he's never.
All right, well, let's finish your sentence and then we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Your sentence will be for 4 months, but you will not have to serve that so long as for 12 months, you're successful on a reporting probation. Now, what that means is, as soon as this hearing is over, you're going to call your probation officer. Are you ready to write down the number?
Do you have a pen? I don't even have a pen. This is the last thing I expected. I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I pray God to take care of it.
Well, we'll talk about the options for reporting as soon as you get their number written down.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it.
Do you have, I don't know, tube of lipstick or anything that will take down a phone number? You've muted yourself again, ma'am.
She did not say use a lipstick.
Along with it.
Okay.
I'm sick anyway. Now
Tell me when you find some way to take down a phone number.
I'm trying.
A
pen I just got from the bank. Yesterday when I had to go. Now I got a phone I got to pay for it.
All right, but ma'am,
I can't even find it.
okay, but now, Miss McCollum, or Miss Cullum, I don't want to seem.
I'm trying to find it. I really am trying to find it.
Okay, but keep in mind, we need to move along because I have a lot of
Okay.
people who've been sitting here all day. And it's
Oh, I'm sorry.
afternoon. So they're anxious too. So what's,
Yeah.
have you come up with anything at all?
No, I don't have it.
You don't have anything that you can
No,
write down? Like I said.
Can you just tell me the name of the probation officer and I'll Google it?
You need to get it. Okay, do you have something you can scratch on a piece of paper or scratch on a piece of wood, or I don't know, be creative.
Here, I'm
write down a
looking.
phone number. Like I said, lipstick,
I'm
makeup.
living homeless, so you know, I'm living homeless with somebody else. My sister.
I'm trying to work with you, Miss Cullum.
I'm looking for a pen.
Well, I'm giving you some other ideas to write down phone numbers. Out of the box ideas to write this phone number down.
Oh my goodness. Wait a
Is
minute.
Brandy looking? Is she helping? You don't have a purse with a pen?
Do you have one maybe in your purse? I don't even have a cigarette.
She had one.
But the one I got in my hand.
You have a cigarette or a pen?
I see. I've been holding it in my hand since it's the only one I got.
Okay.
That's what I do when they're. Oh, thank you. Where'd you find that? Oh, good Lord. Must have been on the other side. Thank you. Okay. I'm ready. Sorry about that.
Okay, Miss Cullum.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
You got me pretty choked up there. All right.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your
Somehow
probation
I
officer's
know how.
number is 316. Excuse me, 322 4153.
Okay, you'll have to repeat that. The stupid phone came on. Somebody was trying to call.
All
I
right.
don't know how to turn that off.
Yes, you sure wouldn't know how to
316
that number.
316
322
322
4153.
4153.
Poor judge.
Now, when this hearing is over, I want you to call those folks and tell them that you're ready to sign up for probation. But they're probably closed between 12 and 1, and we've run over into the lunch hour.
And this is in El Dorado. I'll probably just end up moving there.
Well, you can do that, but when you talk to your probation officer, they may be able to transfer that to your home county.
Well, I don't want to live here. That's why I'm trying to get out of here.
All right, well, they've got some options and they can
Fair
talk
enough.
to you about them. They might be
All
able
right.
to transfer it to Emporia when you move to Emporia. They might be able to let you do some of it by telephone and some of it by Zoom. But with the concerns for alcoholism, they may need you to be able to physically report and do some testing too. If you get into this treatment facility that you're wanting to get into, they may temporarily suspend your reporting while you're in treatment.
Well, I already have an SR22, so my insurance is way sky high. So I probably won't even have a card from here on out. You know, he did a good job. I gotta tell you.
All right, now, Miss
Even
Cullum,
on purpose. Why don't you guys file something on him for drinking and driving down that dang road? I thought he was going to kill me on that road.
all right, what you need to do is contact maybe the victim witness coordinator at the county attorney's office and ask them those questions. Okay? I can give you that number.
Yeah, give me that number.
Mr. Regier, who is your victim coordinator?
You like they helped me the last time in Ponca when he was beating the hell out of me. Go ahead.
Do you have a
Never got
number?
nothing.
I mean, I know your number, but do you have a victim witness coordinator that I just don't know the name of?
My understanding is not at this time, Your Honor. Certainly the
Okay.
defendant is welcome to contact the office at the office number as always.
Is there any individual she should ask for?
No, I'm not aware of any at this time, Your Honor.
I noticed Miss Norris filed this case, so I wonder if maybe she does have something going with the other defendant. But in any event, if you have questions about that, Miss Cullum, are you hearing me?
Yeah.
I call the Butler County Attorney at 316-321-6999. And they can address that.
Okay.
Concerning the issues with your husband, you can contact legal aid, and you can probably get their number from just Googling Kansas legal aid, and they can help you maybe afford a divorce if that's the way you want to go. Not that I'm advocating for divorce.
Quick and in a hurry.
Say
I'm
that
gonna do
again.
that before you do anything.
All right, that's Kansas Legal Aid Services. If you want to get a protection from abuse order, contact your courthouse there in Ark City. And there's also an online way of doing that. Do you have that, Ashley?
I know what that number
I
is.
don't know how they do that now online.
Okay. But your
Oh,
local
that's
courthouse
became a
can
joke.
certainly help you. What was that, ma'am? Miss Cullum?
All that's became a joke. I mean, he even got somebody in the courthouse to suspend his license, which caused my insurance to get suspended. That's the reason I got to have an SR22 because,
Okay.
but yet they
All right.
reinstated his license the next
Okay,
day
Miss
after
Cullum.
he got out of jail.
Again, I don't mean to be insensitive, but I'm giving you some tools to work with.
And I thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I should have got a lawyer. That's what I should have got, but
Well,
I figured it'd be a slap on the hand, man. You know, I've never even had a open container before.
all right. Well,
I had a couple of DUIs, but them was way back in 1980 and 19.
if I weren't,
Gee,
Miss Cullum, if I weren't so concerned about your health and safety, I would have just given you a fine and forgotten about you. But
Well,
I am
you know what?
concerned.
And that would have made it where I could leave and go back to Arizona or go somewhere
Okay.
the heck away
Well, I
from him.
am concerned
Nobody
about
wanted
your
to.
health.
They don't want that. They want me there so they can use my card for whatever they want to use it for when they put it back together.
If you get to the point where you're ready to move out of state, talk to your probation officer, and they can always see about terminating your probation early. So, all right, with that being said, read back the probation number to me, please. Ms.
Well,
Cullum?
I just got ripped to turds. 316-322-45153.
4153. Okay.
I
When I
can
let
win
you
for
go,
losing.
When I let you go,
Oh,
you're
Lord.
gonna call them, but they're probably not gonna be open until 1, so keep calling till you get them. Mr. Regier, what else do we need to cover in
I
this
ain't
hearing?
got nothing better to do with my life
Hmm.
than to go pay
Mr. Regier?
everybody. I don't even hardly have any money even to pay anymore. I pay out everything. I just paid $750 for a car. They didn't do a thing to it.
All right, Ms. Cullum, thank you. Mr. Regier, anything else we need to do today in this hearing?
Your
All
Honor,
he falls off the edge of the earth.
All right, let's let Mr. Regier speak. Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, I'm not sure if the court wants to set a pay or appear, or maybe leave that up to the discretion of the probation officer.
Let's do that. Let's leave that up to the probation office to work that
Yeah,
out.
'cause Cause I don't like you very well for somebody that didn't even tell her how old them DUIs was and stuff. That
No,
was
he told me. He told me.
and stuff. You know, when I
Okay.
y'all
anything
just
else?
nobody cares. Thank you,
Please,
ma'am.
Ms.
Have a
Cullum.
nice
No,
day.
no, you don't go until I tell you to go.
Oh, okay. Well, whenever you tell me to go,
I'm going
I'll
to tell
go.
you pretty quickly, but Mr. Regier, is there anything else we need to address?
I do not believe so, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Cullum, he did tell me how that those had some age, or he started to and you finished. But I also know that you have to take medication to keep you from drinking and that you fell off the wagon January 7th. You're not letting me talk. Come on now. Come on, I've let you talk. Now you let me talk. All
Well,
right.
you jumped to conclusions. I take the medication for an infused disc, and I also have a neck injury.
Well, that's not why you take that alcohol medication. All
I
right.
said the reason I was drinking was because I
Okay, I'm going to let you go now. Now you can go because I think.
Thank you. Have a nice day. I'm sorry.
Thank you, ma'am. You too.
I
You
hate
too.
life, you know?
All right, thank you. Call your probation
I
officer.
hope everybody loves life like I do.
Well, call your probation officer and I hope it gets better. We'll be in recess on Cullum. We'll now be on the record in 2023 TR.
Tell Edward Pingle that to tell him hi.
Okay, Missy, you think you can help her?
I know he's behind this shit.
Oh.
All right, on the record in 2023 TR 421.
Well, if she wasn't cantankerous, I don't know. Woo, she was an angry lady. I remember that. Now, I put this in a watch list for Thirsty Thursdays. Oh yeah, I figured why not? We'll just share this tab. There we go. We're gonna.
What's up, everybody? Great Lakes here, and this is the Chili video. This is the phone call with Chili last night that started all of the drama that I am now part of, which I wanted nothing to do with any of this drama BS. But when you hear the phone call, you're going to hear Chili's tone change. You're going to hear the words that he uses.
What? I know. Let's have to pause.
He says, "Do you think I did? You think I've tried to scam you?" And I say, "Well, I don't think you have. You haven't tried to scam me that I can think of."
Yeah,
he doesn't like that phrasing. It has to be his way so he can record it. And then he tries to say later on, "Oh, I'm not doing that." Yeah, you are. You said this a little bit ago. Then you're going to hear me discuss issues that I'm having at home with, like have some concern here with the family life, and he dismisses it. No. It's my life. My life is important to me. Do I want to see something bad happen to Chili? I do not. But don't dismiss what I'm going through and try and make it all about you.
This is from Great Lakes Audit, by the way.
So there's a couple text messages in here, guys, from a Signal chat and then from Chili himself, trying to set things up to make it look like, I'm the sinner, he's the saint. And you guys can decide for yourself. And in the name of transparency, I left some information in here that I would have rather taken out, but I'm not, to show you that I have nothing to hide. This is the full video, the full phone call, every second of it, no redactions. I'm done talking about this. I'm just ready to move on and see what happens in my case on Monday. Thank you.
What's going on, Aaron? How are you, buddy?
Good. How you doing? I'm trying to get my damn phone to work here. I'm just getting out of the van, so it's taking off the Bluetooth.
I've been working on a hate video for a week straight. People who hate me making up lies about me.
Yeah, you've garnered quite a bit of hate.
Well, it's funny. ASA made a video and said that I created a fundraising scam grift. You were a part of that, though. Were we scamming anybody out of money, or did all the money go to Bobby Long?
As far as I know, everything went to Bobby. I don't know because I didn't get anything come my way, so I didn't have any receipts to produce. And I'm.
Did I ask you though at the end of that? Did I come to you and say, "Hey, give me some of your money"? Did I ask you for a dime after that fundraiser was over?
No, you just said, "Did you get anything?" I said, "Nope." You're like, "All right, cool," and that was it.
That was it. Well, I mean, AFA just gets up and lies about me from start to beginning, dude, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Have you had any fear at all whatsoever, in any way, shape, or form, that I'm trying to scam you or grift you or profiteer from your case?
There's always that thought that, ouch, sorry, trying to get in the house. There's always that thought that anytime someone's trying to help and they, they put videos out that they're trying to use,
We need to get the.
they're trying to use your, hold on, the dogs are going to get real loud. Give me a second here. They're trying to use your name.
Go.
Hey, chill out.
I told you.
I understand, just relax.
I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on a recording because I want people to hear it. Do you think I'm trying to scam you or grift you or profiteer from your case?
I don't think you're trying to scam me. But I would be a fool to think that I would. Hey, so we just got home and gone for a bit. The dog's got. I would be a fool to think
you're going to stay in the no man's land. Then what you're going to do? You're not actually going to back me up.
I am neutral. I don't want to be in anybody. I don't want to be in anybody's drama. People have tried to pull me into the drama before.
Then what am I on the phone with you for? I mean, if you feel like I'm trying to scam you or grift you or trying to profiteer off you, then what am I talking to you?
No, you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish answering the question.
You're clearly not just saying the truth.
No. Listen. Do you want to hear the answer? Or do you want to talk over me? Do you want to hear the answer? Or do you want to talk over me?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay, I would be a fool to think that you're not monetizing videos when you're using my name. I've done the same thing. Other people, Lackluster, James Freeman, there is profit to be made off of it. So to say that I don't think you're profiting, I would be a fool to say that because that'd be a lie.
Aaron, I'm down to $75. That's how much money I have left in my account right now. Because they killed my online store. Because nobody will actually tell the truth. Nobody will actually take sides and say, you know what, these guys are lying about him. And I'm thinking that.
I don't know the truth between what happened with you and Josh. I don't know that truth. I don't know what happened between you guys.
How do you feel? Do you think I'm trying to scam you or grift you, trying to make money off of you?
I don't think you're trying to scam me. I don't think you're trying to scam me. No.
So how am I making money off of you? I don't make any money off of you, Aaron.
Well, the YouTube videos, then helping bring people to the channel.
I don't make any money off my YouTube videos.
I don't mean neither. I haven't even cashed mine out. It's been over a year. I haven't even cashed mine out. YouTube is not for profit. I don't do this stuff for profit. I do this stuff to help people. And you bring attention and awareness.
Wait a second. You didn't cash out? YouTube just sends the money to your account, unless you just didn't add a bank account or whatever. So that, I don't know. All I know is on the 21st or 22nd of every month, I get an itty bitty little bit of money that shows up in my checking account from YouTube. Literally not much. You don't make a living off of YouTube unless you scam people.
And hold on, my dog's got a critter. Sounds like my dog's got a ground dog.
Okay, I got it, Aaron. I got it. Thanks, man. You didn't really say anything that was going to help me.
You guys have a beef that you guys need to address. I don't want drug into anybody's beef.
I'm talking to you right now. I'm asking you.
Well, see, you said, what you said was,
legitimate fear of me trying to scam you.
I said, no. What you said was, I'm going to record this to share this. So that would be using me to fight your guys' beef. I don't want in anybody's beef. I don't want to be part of it.
I get that, but why don't you just tell the fucking truth? You have absolutely zero fucking fear of me scamming you or grifting you. You have zero fear of me not following through. You have zero fear of Bobby Law and I walking. You have zero fear of that.
Oh, that's not the truth. I have actually discussed this with my mom. I said, you know what, with this beef going on, if I say one thing one way or another, could I be left high and dry? That is a concern. I don't know you guys well enough to say that wouldn't happen.
Your freedom is not on the chopping block. Your integrity is right now. You won't just tell the truth with me. It's just me and you on the phone. I don't publish it.
I have told you exactly.
You have a legitimate fear. You won't actually just say what the truth is about me, and that's what's pissing me off.
I don't know the truth of.
Go to bat for you.
I have the only thing that I have to go off of is our communications, and you have gone to bat for me. You came up here to defend my rights and my freedom, and I appreciate that. And the beef that you guys have has nothing to do with me, and I don't want to be part of anybody's shit.
No, Aaron, it does. It does. People are calling me a scammer and a grifter and a con man. Do you feel scammed or grifted or conned?
I do not. Have you seen what has been said about me now? Have you seen what's been said about me? I'm getting drug into this.
No, you're not getting drugged into it. People are lying about me, and you're not taking a stand for what's right.
I'm getting drugged. I am absolutely getting drugged into this.
You're backing me up and telling the fucking truth.
Listen.
I'm there to help you. I follow through on everything, and I'm going to spend tons of time with you helping you.
Have you?
For $1,000, Aaron.
Have you watched?
Is what you've contributed so far.
Oh, what is it called?
For you.
Have you watched the video on? Have you watched the video on Team Skeptic? Have you looked at the live chat on that Team Skeptic video? Where they say I'm just one of your pawns and I'm part of it and all that shit. I've been brought into this, and I have been wanting to avoid going and speaking publicly about it because I respect what you're doing and what you've done for me, and I respect what other people are doing for other people. I do not want drug into it, but I'm in it now.
No, my reputation is being destroyed. My online store is being destroyed. Everything I've built up my whole life, all my education is being negated. And even if you actually come through and saying something, you're hedging. And that makes me sick. I would never do that. Someone called me and asked me about Aaron Collins, I would tell the fucking truth. And I wouldn't back down from it one iota, and I don't give a shit who likes me. But you're hedging. And that's what makes me mad, Aaron.
I'm trying to stay out.
But be honest and forthright. Hey, did you know this? I just want to ask you. Did you know I paid Bobby for you? Did you know I'm paying him for your case? Did you know that? Did you know that?
Paying Bobby for my case. How much have you paid Bobby for my case?
I pay Bobby. I pay Bobby thousands of dollars. Thousands. Ask him to continue to work on your case. Ask him. Ask him how many thousands of dollars I paid him. Ask him. He has to make a living. He has a family. He's got to eat. Did you know that?
Well, I know he's got a family. I just know about the money that I gave you that you gave him. That's all I know.
Did you know the $1,000 is long gone? Did you know that and that was money that ASA raised with you. But
correct.
Did you know that I've been paying him? Did you know that?
I have not been told that by anybody.
Yeah, you didn't know that. Bobby's got to make a living. He doesn't have a YouTube channel that makes him any money or a store. So he has to make a living. If he's not out doing what he does to make a living, then he has to be paid by somebody. And we didn't raise any money. We raised $700. I gave him every dime of it. But I need him to sit there and work on your case because we got to win. So I paid in for you. But I guess you just didn't know that. So
no,
ask Bobby. Ask Bobby. Yeah, I continue. But now I'm out of money, dude, because they killed my online store and nobody will step up for me and tell the truth. Nobody will say, I have no fear of this guy scamming or drifting. We've spent dozens and dozens of hours on the phone. I don't know why you just don't say that. You're already being trashed.
I've told you that I don't think that you're scamming me. I said that.
You don't think?
I said I don't think you're scamming me. Like, you know, I don't.
How would I scam you?
Well, there's nothing that I could say that you've done to scam me. That's what I'm saying is, you know, in my mind, I don't think you're trying to scam me. Now,
before I met you, did I need your help? Did I need Aaron Collins to make videos? Or do I need you to make videos, or can I make videos without you?
Oh, you've made them without me. I've been watching your stuff for well over a year back on the TikTok days. I mean, so it's, you know, I've
stand up for me now. It just pisses me off. It pisses me off, dude. There would be no inclination in my voice to slight it, to change it, to shadow it, to shade it. I would just say straight up. Aaron Collins is a straight up dude. He did not do any of these things he's being accused of. You have a restraining order against you, Aaron.
Yeah, 2 of them.
About me. You didn't step up and say you can get a restraining order on any man if you just say you're afraid of him. You haven't done that. No one stepped up for me, Aaron. As usual.
I have.
Them, but they don't step up for me. As usual.
I have this drama shit I don't want part of, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm. Hold on. What's up, honey?
Are you almost done?
Go in the house, please. Go in the house. There's stuff I'm gonna say that I don't want my kid to hear. So, I got scammed out of a couple grand very recently, and I missed a mortgage payment.
Not by me.
No, not by you. No, I missed a mortgage payment, and I don't know how I'm gonna make this next one because I can't work because of the medical stuff I've got going on with my eyes. So I've got a little bit more on my plate than internet drama, and I'm looking at.
No.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Drama. It's my life being executed. It's my reputation being hung in the gallows, and you're watching. And I'm asking you to say the things that are true, and you won't say them.
I said it. I said it. I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to.
What a drama queen. His life is hanging in the gallows? Who talks like that? Oh. The little wannabe Red Hot Chili Pepper. Oh my lord. What a drama queen. Seriously. Dude, Chili, you're probably not even going to watch this because my channel is nothing, but dude, if you're calling someone a friend and they're not sticking up for you or however you feel about that, like, why are you still talking to them? I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
To address all of this shit and do it in a way that wouldn't sell you out, wouldn't sell anybody.
Oh, by the way, you totally are a grifter, in my opinion.
Anybody out wouldn't sell me out, and I could give two shit.
So you out? What happened?
Sorry, I could give two shits about anyone's beef. All right, but it's affecting my life, and I need to address it one way or another. I have been doxxed. I've got
lying about me, and you're not telling the truth.
I've got death threats.
Fucking secret.
I've got lies. I've been doxxed. I've got death threats. I've got all kinds of shit that I'm trying to address.
What are you talking about? Every day I get them.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna pull up and air me out. What are you talking about?
And
I get them on hyperwarp.
And
imagine the hate I get.
I absolutely do. My wife and kids though are terrified. So all this drama shit.
A lot of people would kill themselves watching what's happening to me. A lot of people would just throw the towel in and give up.
Yeah, this should.
People who know them and trust them to say the right things that are true about them. But instead, you say, "Well, I would be a fool."
No, literally, we laugh at you, Chili. Yeah, I don't know. I know I laugh at you, and I know a lot of people that I watch laugh at you.
Fool, not to think. What a bunch of shit, Aaron.
It's the truth. I would be a fool to think that you're not, that you wouldn't.
I paid for your fucking legal defense, and this is the thanks I get. What a fucking joke.
So you don't. I mean, listen. Any reasonable person would be ignorant to think.
You don't want to face James Freeman and his fraud.
I could give two shits about anybody else out there. I really fucking don't care about anybody else out there.
If you had any fear of me scamming you at this point, it would be relevant, but it's not.
Did I say?
No fear of you.
Did I say I think that you're trying to scam me? When you asked, I said I don't have any reason to think you are.
You're saying that about me.
I am not
saying that about me.
I didn't say it.
Why don't you tell the truth about me?
I didn't say you're trying to scam me.
Tell the truth. I work with this guy, and I've worked with him for weeks in, week out. We're on the phone working on my case all the time. So what are you talking about? Why don't you just say?
You remember the first time we were supposed to have a phone conversation? I was 2 minutes late because I was cleaning up dog shit that I stepped in. And you said, we really need you to be on time to stuff. And you set up a meeting. You're an hour and a half late. Do you remember that?
What are you talking about? I was late?
Yeah, you were an hour and a half late to the phone call that you set up with me, my mom, and Bobby. We went through what you come at the very last part of it. So when you have that idea, that mindset that this is how it's got to be, okay, fine. I'm cool with that. You know what? These are your friends and people that you're hooking me up with, and I appreciate that. So, but then when you come in with the control and you don't follow the things that you want to put in place, it makes me go, okay, what the fuck's up with this guy? And then you changed my mind about all that because you were respectful. You were on time every time after that, except for one other one a few minutes late. You were respectful and honest about, as far as I can tell, you were honest with me with everything. And I have no reason to think that you're trying to screw me over.
You can tell.
I don't, as far as I can tell, I don't know what's going on in your head. I can't say definitively one way or another what you are doing, what your motives are. To me, it appears that you were trying to help.
what do you think my motives are to change this fucking country and to make the fucking feds change the way that policing is done in America?
They absolutely,
since the beginning.
absolutely needs change. And these people that are getting violated left and right need to be helped. And if you have the platform to do it, do it. And that's what you're doing. My thing, I've always said, those that can should. You can, you are. All right. I don't know.
So far, your whole complaint, everything since we've been working together, your whole complaint is I was late one time?
No, that's the only thing that I've ever had it. No, that's not what I said. You're putting words in my mouth. The only time I had any issue with anything was that one time. I have never once said you're trying to scam me. I've never once said you're trying to screw me over. I've never once said that you were being rude or disrespectful or nasty.
That's not how a friend says it. That's not how a friend says it. Let me help you. A friend says, I have zero fear. This guy's not a scammer, not a grifter. That's what a friend says.
I have no reason to believe you're trying to scam me.
Unbelievable.
There's nothing that you've done that would give me any kind of a warning that you're trying to scam me.
Yeah. Got it, Aaron.
It's dinner time with the family. Have a good night, Chili. Wait.
Okay, guys. Yeah. So I'm gonna get off. Irish Demon will be going live in about 40 minutes. I need to do some editing for David Jones. Oops. Calling me out for having ADHD in life issues. I am actually going to go edit the second day of the preliminary exam for the murder of baby Alyssa Williams. Check out the playlist for that, because I actually did a bit of a deep dive and found some other videos that are regarding that case. I have, I think, at least one other. It was a quick hearing for his case that never got edited and put up. I don't think I remember seeing it, so I'm gonna have to go look through all of my footage that I have. I have so much video, you guys, to go through, because I record so much stuff. Anyways, yeah, thanks for coming to my live stream, you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share all my videos. Help me in the algorithms so people can find me. And I will see you guys next week at 1:15 Eastern Standard Time, right here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and have a great weekend, guys.